Kyle Richards on Kathy's role in Mauricio's split. As Kyle Richards navigates her painful split from Mauricio Umansky on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, her sister Kathy Hilton has provided her a shoulder to cry on, except, of course, when she's the one shedding the tears. Kathy has been very supportive of me, but she's also been oddly emotional about it, Kyle shared on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show. She's broken down crying to me about my separation. Many times, she struggles to talk about it, and I think, this is so interesting. Sometimes, Kathy is so emotional, in fact, that Kyle can't even talk to her about the split. As Kyle added in the above RHOBH after-show clip, she wants to see me happy and move on, of course. But she's also a little bit heartbroken that it came to this. Kathy, for her part, called the separation sad on the after show, noting that Mao and Kyle were a great couple, and we used to have so much fun. She revealed that she felt bad for, and has even called to check on, her brother-in-law too. Kathy Hilton weighs in on Mauricio's mystery woman. While discussing newly emerged paparazzi photos of Mao's airport kiss with a mystery woman during RHOBH Season 14, Episode 14, however, Kathy had more sympathy for her shocked sister. "We've heard all those rumors about him. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating," Kathy said. "But really, we've never seen a picture. Nobody's ever come out." Why did Kathy Hilton and Mauricio feud in the past? Though they're on better terms now, Kathy and Mauricio's familial relationship has had its share of ups and downs, particularly after the latter left Hilton and Highland, the real estate brokerage owned by Kathy's husband, Rick Hilton, in order to start his own firm, the agency. Mauricio, for his part, shared his side of the rift on his series, buying Beverly Hills in 2024, claiming he felt like he got kind of kid by Hilton and Highland before he left the company. And when I say kid, you know, like, "Today I'm happy," Mauricio explained on the series. But there were 100 agents at Hilton and Highland. They did $1 billion for the first time in a year. I was 19.6% of their production. I went to Rick and said, "I'd really like equity, right, and to be a partner." He went back, talked to Jeff Highland, he got back to me, and basically, I was told no. Afterwards, Mauricio said he went home to run his decision by Kyle. I go, "This is really going to cause a lot of stress between you, your sister, and your family. And I don't want to do this move of leaving and starting a company if you're not comfortable," he said, revealing that Kyle was 100% supportive of his decision. Mauricio later explained that, as far as he's concerned, there is no bad blood between him and Kyle's family anymore. And though all may not exactly be hunky-dory today, Kathy's RHOBH after-show comments seem to suggest that she agrees. Kyle Richards on Kathy's role in Mauricio's split. The heartbreak. Kyle Richards sat in the dimly lit living room of her Beverly Hills home, the weight of the world pressing down on her shoulders. The past few weeks had been a blur of emotions, heartbreak, confusion, and a constant feeling of being torn between two worlds. Her marriage to Mauricio Umansky, the man she had spent more than 2 decades with, was coming to an end. The pain was palpable, and every time she tried to process it, the tears threatened to spill. But Kyle wasn't alone in her grief. Her sister, Kathy Hilton, had been a pillar of support through it all. In the public eye, Kathy was often seen as the more light-hearted, occasionally comedic member of the Hilton-Richards clan. However, behind closed doors, Kathy's role in Kyle's life had grown more profound during this difficult time. On the latest season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle had shared a vulnerable moment, opening up about how Kathy had been a source of emotional support, sometimes too much even. "Kathy has been very supportive of me, but she's also been oddly emotional about it," Kyle confessed during the RHOBH after show. She's broken down crying to me about my separation. Many times, she struggles to talk about it, and I think, this is so interesting. Kathy, who had always been an enigmatic figure on the show, now seemed to wear her heart on her sleeve. Kyle admitted that there were times when Kathy's emotions were so overwhelming that she couldn't even bring herself to talk about the split. Sometimes, Kathy is so emotional, I just can't talk to her about it, Kyle continued. She wants to see me happy and move on, of course, but she's also a little bit heartbroken that it came to this. It was a complicated dynamic. Kathy was the older sister, always protective, always trying to fix things. Yet in this case, she wasn't just the one offering solutions. She was a sister who felt the pain of her family unraveling. Kathy's own heartache was palpable as she admitted that the separation between Kyle and Mauricio felt like a loss for her as well. The Hilton family had always been close-knit, and the thought of her sister's marriage falling apart was devastating. The struggles of a family divided. The emotional toll on Kathy was clear, but what many didn't know was that Kathy had her own complicated relationship with Mauricio. It hadn't always been smooth sailing between the two. In fact, there had been a time when Kathy and Mauricio were not on the best of terms. It all began when Mauricio left Hilton and Highland, the real estate company co-founded by Kathy's husband, Rick Hilton, to start his own agency, The Agency. Mauricio's decision to step away from the company was a huge blow to the Hilton family, especially Rick. The tensions surrounding Mauricio's departure were real, and there were unresolved feelings on both sides. Mauricio later opened up about this period in his own reality series, Buying Beverly Hills, explaining that he had felt slighted by the Hilton and Highland team. In the series, Mauricio recalled, "I got kind of can't buy Hilton and Highland." The young realtor had put in years of hard work, but when it came time to ask for equity in the company, his request was met with rejection. "I went to Rick and said, I'd really like equity, right, and to be a partner. He went back, talked to Jeff Highland, he got back to me, and basically, I was told no." This was a pivotal moment in Mauricio's career, one that pushed him to break away from the family business and go his own way. At 19.6% of their production, I was told no, so I left, he explained. Mauricio's decision was not an easy one, and it caused friction between him and his in-laws. Mauricio had always been close with Kyle's family, but this decision tested those relationships. There was no escaping the tension. Mauricio knew that leaving Hilton and Highland would cause issues, and before making the leap, he sought Kyle's input. "This is really going to cause a lot of stress between you, your sister, and your family. And I don't want to do this move of leaving and starting a company if you're not comfortable," he shared. Kyle, ever the supportive partner, had reassured him. "She was 100% supportive of my decision," Mauricio admitted. Despite the strain it caused between Mauricio and the Hiltons, Kyle's unwavering support was a testament to the strength of their bond. Over the years, things between Kathy and Mauricio had settled, but the rift had never fully disappeared. And now, with the news of Kyle and Mauricio's separation, it seemed that the past was coming to the forefront once again, stirring up old emotions. A sister's support. Despite the rocky history between Kathy and Mauricio, Kathy's loyalty to Kyle was clear. She wasn't about to let her sister navigate this painful time alone. Kathy's emotional response to the split was more than just a sisterly reaction. It was a reflection of her deep concern for Kyle. In one RHOBH after show, Kathy was visibly upset when discussing the paparazzi photos of Mauricio kissing a mystery woman at an airport. The photos had circulated online, sparking rumors and fueling the drama surrounding the couple's split. Kathy had been caught off guard by the photos and, in her typical fashion, expressed her shock with a mix of sympathy and confusion. "We've heard all those rumors about him. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating," Kathy said, her voice laced with concern. "But really, we've never seen a picture. nobody's ever come out. Kathy's protective instincts were in full swing, and her loyalty to Kyle was unwavering. It was clear that she was struggling with the idea of her sister being hurt in such a public way. Despite Kathy's obvious concern, she remained careful not to say too much about the situation. She didn't want to make things worse for Kyle, who was already grappling with the emotional weight of the separation. Kathy's desire to shield her sister from further pain was palpable, but she couldn't help but feel conflicted. She knew how much Kyle had invested in her marriage, and the idea of her sister enduring heartbreak at the hands of someone she once loved was heartbreaking in its own right.